We go to the Cannes Film Festival.
We don't give a fuck.
Pedro Pascal.
Why are you gay?
You know who's on yet another fucking tour.
Hold up.
For yet another fucking movie.
Wait a minute.
Why? Because he's in anything and everything all at once.
It's true.
Slams Trump.
What?
And says how asylum saved him and his family's life.
What?
I'm Jazz Borganzo on this. Pedro, the 49 South Afrikaners who came over here because their lives were in mortal danger took advantage of the asylum system.
Well,
Thoughts?
we're waiting.
But it's what's next. What's up, everyone? Jazz Borganzo, what's next? Your daily dose, common sense, facts, and salt. Hope you guys are feeling good today on this Monday. And of course, it's a new day, it's a new week, and of course, new bullshit. And this is the first of two videos that fall into that latter. Actor Pedro Pascal, the greatest living actor of our times. The greatest actor in the 21st, 20th, and the 19th centuries. Who's better than this guy right now? Robert De Niro? Please. Al Pacino? What do you got? Jokes? Denzel Washington? Are you on drugs? It's Pedro Pascal. He's the greatest of all time. Why? Because it seems that he's in anything and everything all at once. And we're getting sick of it. Who gives a damn? No one. Sure as I don't. But anyway, he was in Cannes promoting yet another film for yet another paycheck because the man has got photos, compromising positions. We just don't know what's going on. All we know is that whenever there's an acting role up for grabs, it's his automatically. Fuck Tom Cruise. We got Pedro Pascal. And here we go. This comes out of Breitbart. He shows up at Cannes, slams Trump, and tells him to go himself. Not himself, but Trump. But we can all wish. And of course, that's Pedro Pascal as Dr. Reed Richards for the soon-to-be abysmal Fantastic Four rebut. Chilean-American actor Pedro Pascal urged Hollywood to the people that try to make you scared on Saturday while admitting that it was scary to speak out against Donald Trump. Asked about Trump's hardline immigration policies. The Last of Us, another show that's going right into the shitter, and Narcos star told reporters, it's very scary for an actor participating in the movie to sort of speak on issues like this. As an immigrant, my parents are refugees from Chile. We fled a dictatorship, and I was privileged enough to grow up in the U.S. after asylum in Denmark. I stand by those protections, the 50-year-old told the news conference in Cannes. Let's hear from the wonderful, greatest of all time, Pedro Pascal.
I want people to be safe and to be protected, and I want very much to live on the right side of history. And I'm an immigrant. My parents are refugees from Chile. I myself was a refugee. We fled a dictatorship, and I was privileged enough to grow up in the U.S. and after asylum in Denmark. And if it weren't for that, I don't know what would have happened to us. And so I stand by those protections always.
Interesting. He stars a new film, Eddington, alongside Joaquin Phoenix, an intense, darkly satirical examination of Americans' toxic politics set in New Mexico during the COVID pandemic. Directed by horror specialist No One Cares. Echoing a message from Robert De Niro in the opening night in Cannes, Pascal insisted that the film industry needed to find the courage to resist political pressure. Quote, so keep telling the stories. Keep telling yourself. Keep fighting who you are. He said, the people who try to make you scared and fight back. This is the perfect way to do it in telling stories, and don't let them win. De Niro, who accepted a Cannes Lifetime Achievement Award on Tuesday, urged the audience, A-lister, directors, and actors to resist America's Philistine president. Astor parodies everyone in his film, from gun-loving Southern U.S. conservatives. Astor parodies. I'm assuming this is the director. Astor parodies everyone in the film, from gun-loving Southern conservatives to virtuously white anti-racism activists. Emma Stone, La La Land, and Poor Things plays Phoenix's wife, who gets sucked into a world of pedophile-obsessed right-wing conspiracy theorists. If you're a pedo, no, it's not right-wing conspiracy theories at all. It's sick and disgusting and twisted and evil. Anyway, Astor admitted that he's worried about America's direction and set out to dramatize in his film, who early satire gradually gives way to much darker material. As Friday, if America's polarizing politics and the breakdown in trust in American media could be set in a country on a path to mass violence, he said, that is certainly something I'm afraid of. It feels like nothing is being done to temper the furries right now, he added. my thoughts. So, Pedro, speaking of asylum, you said asylum. Had it not been for asylum in Denmark, you don't know where you or your family would be. How about the 49 South Afrikaners who came over on asylum? You know, that the DOJ and, of course, the Asylum Protection Act, flew them in to protect them because their lives are in mortal danger in South Africa because of black Afrikaners who want to kill them for their land. Thoughts? I'll wait. Nothing? Nothing. You sure about that? Okay. The hypocrisy, once again, shown by American actors is never ending and sometimes amazing. You got a guy whose family was saved by Asylum Protection Acts in Denmark, but doesn't see the same thing when it comes to South Afrikaners. I'm just assuming this because, of course, we have no comment from him whatsoever because I don't know if he's ever been asked that question. But when it comes to the 15 million illegals that flooded this border over the 4 years of dementia, and I got a little bit, talk about him in a bit also, that for him to say every single one of them was because of asylum is absolute bullshit. And he knows it. See? But it's funny how Pedro Pascal can get away with talking shit like this when a certain actress in her own right, one Gina Carano, had thoughts on the COOF, pandemic, votes, vaccines, and yet Disney decided to fire her publicly to try to humiliate her. But yet Pedro Pascal seems to, over and over again, get away with talking shit out of his ass. Like I said in the intro, either he has photos of directors and producers in compromising positions, including, executives at Disney, or they just actually think he's that good. I'm going to go with the former. And before I close on President Joe Biden, and this is all seriousness, he's been diagnosed with accelerated prostate cancer, and my thoughts go out to him, his wife Jill, their family, and I pray for a speedy recovery, and may the Lord watch over them in their time of need. And with that being said, I'm Jasper Gonzo. This is What's Next. Want to see more like this? Please leave a comment below. Like it, share, subscribe to it. Hit that notification bell so you guys never miss a thing. Continue spreading the word about the show. Appreciate you guys watching as always. And we'll see you next time. Peace.